Vikram is a PM at an e-commerce platform. He just shipped a product launch system with 5 agents. A research agent pulls competitor data. A copywriter agent drafts the launch post. An image generation agent makes the hero asset. A reviewer agent checks tone and claims. An orchestrator agent stitches it all together. The director of marketing watches the demo and says, I want this for our weekly newsletter too. Vikram pauses. The newsletter is one writer, one topic, one deadline. The launch was a breaking story with 5 moving parts. Pick the wrong shape for the job, and you either bottleneck the team or burn 3 weeks building a newsroom for a blog post. Think of it this way: a solo blogger at a laptop ships a post in 2 hours. One person, one brain, one draft, publish. Fast and cheap. Now picture a breaking news story, an election result, a product recall, a market crash. One writer cannot cover it. You need an editor deciding the angle. You need reporters on the ground gathering quotes. You need a copy desk catching errors. You need a wire feed where reporters share what they find. Each desk solves a different problem. The editor plans, the reporters specialize. The copy desk catches mistakes. The wire feed shares context. A newsroom is not a blogger with a bigger desk. It is a different shape built for a different job. Multi agent systems work the same way. Three shapes show up over and over: orchestrator worker, pipeline, and peer to peer. Each one matches a different kind of task. Pick the wrong shape, and the work either jams up or falls apart. The most common shape is orchestrator-worker. One agent plans and delegates. Specialized workers each handle one piece. The orchestrator stitches the result. Back to Vikram. A new product is ready to launch. The orchestrator agent reads the brief and breaks it into 4 jobs. Step 1: call the research agent. The research agent has access to the competitor database and pricing scraper. It returns a market summary. Step 2: call the copywriter agent. The copywriter has the brand voice guide and the previous launch posts. It drafts 3 variants of the launch copy. Step 3: call the image generation agent. It has the brand asset library and the product photos. It produces a hero image. Step 4: call the reviewer agent. The reviewer reads the copy and the image, checks for banned claims and tone drift, and either approves or asks the copywriter to redraft. Once everything passes, the orchestrator assembles the final asset. Notice what is happening. Each worker has a narrow job, a focus prompt, and only the tools it needs. The orchestrator does not write copy. The copywriter does not pull market data. Each one is good at one thing. This is the right shape when the steps are genuinely different jobs that need different specialists. The second shape is the pipeline, a linear handoff. Agent A finishes, Agent B starts on A's output, Agent C on B's. No branching, no looping back. Think of a copy desk. The reporter writes, the sub editor trims, the headline writer adds a title. Each stage is independent, each one only needs the previous output. A real example: a support ticket comes in, Agent 1 classifies the intent, Agent 2 extracts the customer ID and the order number, Agent 3 drafts the reply, Agent 4 checks tone. 4 stages, one direction. Pipelines are simple to debug because each stage has one input and one output. Use them when the steps are independent and the order is fixed. The third shape is peer to peer, sometimes called debate. Multiple agents argue toward consensus. No central planner. Each agent gets the same problem and offers a take. They read each other's answers, push back, and converge. A real example: a code review system. Three reviewer agents read the same pull request. One looks at correctness, one looks at security, one looks at readability. They each post comments. A judge agent reads all three reviews and decides what blocks merge. Use peer to peer when no single perspective is enough and disagreement actually improves the answer. Evaluation, multi perspective analysis, and critique tasks are the typical fit.
Enjoying this? Subscribe to Skill Agents AI for more videos like this one.
Now the pushback. After Vikram shipped the launch system, half the company asked for their own multi agent setup. Newsletter, internal FAQ bot, onboarding emails. Vikram said no to most of them. Here is why. Most things people call agentic are one good agent in a loop with two or three tools, not five agents. Multi agent adds real cost. More latency because each handoff is a network call. More token spend because each agent rereads context. More failure modes because any one worker can return garbage and the orchestrator has to handle it. More debugging surface because a bad output can come from any of five places. Vikram's rule of thumb: if a single agent can hold the whole task in one loop, keep it single. Multi agent earns its complexity only when one of three things is true. 1. The steps are genuinely parallel and you save real time by running them at once. 2. Different stages need different tools or different system prompts that cannot live in one agent. 3. You need a critic that is separate from the actor because asking the same agent to write and grade its own work does not work. If none of those apply, ship one agent with good tools. The newsletter was one writer, one topic, one tool, one loop. Vikram built it as a single agent in 2 days. Here is the heuristic. Three questions. Question 1. Are the steps genuinely parallel, where running them at the same time saves real time? Question 2. Do different stages need different tools or different prompts that cannot fit in one agent? Question 3. Do you need a critic that is separate from the actor? Count the yeses. Two or more yeses, build multi agent. One or zero yeses, build a single agent with good tools. That is it. Run the launch system through it. Parallel research, copy, and image work. Yes. Different tools per stage. Yes. Reviewer separate from copywriter. Yes. Three yeses. Multi agent earns its keep. Run the newsletter through it. One topic, one writer. No. One tool. No. No critic needed. No. Zero yeses. One agent. Same heuristic, opposite answer. The shape follows the job, not the trend. That is the playlist: 10 videos, 10 metaphors, the bookie taking bets on the next token, the tour guide walking you through context, the teleprompter feeding the model a prompt, the briefing packet that is the context window, the new hire learning your tools, the cockpit of agentic features, the remote that picks the right model, autopilot for tool use, the detective chasing down hallucinations, and now the newsroom deciding when one writer is enough and when you need a full desk. 10 shapes, one mental model for shipping LLM features at work as a PM. The links to all 10 videos are in the description. If this series helped, subscribe to Skill Agents AI and share it with one PM on your team who's staring at an AI roadmap right now. I'm Rajesh. See you in the next playlist. That is one metaphor down. 9 more in this playlist take you from prompts to agents. Subscribe to Skill Agents AI so you do not miss them.